Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. EQOA Nostalgia here, and I'm a little bummed out because it doesn't look like a whole heck of a lot of people still care about EQOA over here. I couldn't help but notice. And if you take a look at my channel, you'll see a bit of a pattern here. When I talk about EQOA, not so great. When I talk about Pantheon, it's doing better. And even this here, I thought this was going to be something that everybody really liked because it was across all the EverQuest games. Unfortunately, it just kind of didn't really go that far. I put a lot of effort into that too. That one kind of makes me salty, but what can you do? It's just the way it is, man. The algo either picks it up or it doesn't. There's either interest or there isn't. And we're coming up on the 22nd anniversary. I can't believe this video is already 2 years old. This was from the 20th anniversary. But yeah, we're not getting any younger. And you'll notice that Sandstorms, it's doing all right. It's not doing great. There should be 200-300 people playing this game right now. I know there was like, I don't know, 40,000 of us, I'd say. I can't say I know, but seemingly from the reports that I've heard, we didn't break 50K, but we got kind of close. And I know that there's some interest. Now, I did a search here for like the past year, and you'll notice that people aren't doing too well. We had one breakaway video this year from Jawa, a great video, 36,000 views, and that's because he made it about the overall server and how it's doing. I find if you do this, it's really smart. Anytime I've ever done this, from Phantasy Star Universe to Knights of the Old Republic, just talking about how that server's doing in that year, it seems to pick up a decent amount of interest. So this absolutely crushed it. And it's funny because you see this picture right here, the one that looks like it's two pictures folded over. Well, that's from a magazine. And that very image that you see right there is from Amazon, and I bought that. It's on my wall right now. I know they've got more than just that. They've sold several of them. But that's the way that that's folded, looks almost identical. Actually, it is identical to what I have on my wall. I ended up spending way too much on that. Getting the frame was like 30 or 40 bucks for that dang thing. Anyway, it's one of those things. You'll notice that it's never really been a huge interest over here on YouTube, but the past couple of months have been really rough, and that stinks. And especially over here, people just don't seem to care about it anymore. A lot of the people are here for, especially EverQuest. This did really well for my channel. That's good. Back in the day, I used to like average that. I'd get between 5,000 and 20,000 a video. But as channels get older and interest shift, you know what I mean? I didn't upload for like 4 years, and I suddenly came back. But yeah, this is going to be, I think this game's going to do great, EverQuest. I plan on making a lot of content around that. I think genuinely that is an awesome game, and I see good things in its future. I think it's going to do better than Monsters and Memories and Pantheon. It's just one of those things. I got a feeling about it. Plus that art style, you know, people love their Minecraft. But yeah, I just want to gauge interest from people, and hopefully this video gets a little bit more than 400 views. I was holding out for EQOA EMU. They said that they might have a beta this past December coming up where they can kind of open the doors, but that hasn't happened. They are getting things done. If you read this update, you'll notice they've got a lot of stuff. And this was from June, so they've been trucking along the whole time. So that's coming along, and I do plan on playing on that server. But with the anniversary coming up, I've got that itch to go back. I've convinced the missus, which was harder for me to convince her than myself to go back. But with all the drama that happened 6 months ago now, that's kind of crazy. It's already been half a year since all this crap went down. A lot of people got pissed off, and I wasn't the only one who got pissed and left. There were some things that were said that shouldn't have been said on both sides, and it was just a bit of a blowout. You know, we went from them needing to update their server. There were so many people coming in from the content I was putting out and other people, to all of a sudden now it's just not doing well. I don't like to see that. I really don't. And I would love if LFG would put out a new episode. Chris, Alutra. I asked Alutra / Jeremiah what's going on, if he had any plans this year. And it doesn't seem like they are, but they're busy working away on the game. Hopefully they can get something out there. I don't know if they're interested in playing on Sandstorm or if they're just going to wait for later. But I miss you guys, man. I miss seeing your uploads. I miss watching the LFG podcast. And I miss being on it. I've been on it multiple times. And we always had fun and made Nicolas Cage jokes and whatever. I'm sitting here thinking about it. I've never been on the podcast. I never spoke with anybody. We never did anything live, which is really weird because I ended up hanging out with Nathan before I hung out with those guys. It's just an odd thing. Just never happened. I don't know why. Anyway, the point being is that, dang it, I want to get things up to here again. I want people to be interested again, you know? Even if I don't necessarily agree with everything that they're doing over on Sandstorm, and I don't get along with everybody over on Sandstorm, we're all part of the same community. And I've said this for a while. You know, there's not a lot of EQOA-ers. I guess you've got Norathians, Tenarians. That's probably more accurate, right? Since later on it was called Antonica. So there's not a whole heck of a lot of Tenarians out there. And yeah, I just think that we need to try to keep this candle burning, man. Things got a little sideways, and I'm hoping that we can go back and kind of undo that. The last time I played this was with the missus, really. And that was half a year ago. So we hadn't played this game together, folks, in like, I don't know, 17 years or something crazy like that. And I finally get it hooked up. I get her PS2 hooked up, and we're all good to go after all the nonsense of getting everything put together. And then this happened. And that was it. It was just this big blowout, and we just said, F you guys, and went home. A lot of people did. It wasn't a good thing. So yeah, I'm hoping we can all get over this garbage and start making content on it again. But if it does like this, if I'm putting out episodes and it's not even cracking 200, forget it. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be worth the time and effort. It takes a long time to edit videos and put them together. I probably should be streaming. It's a lot easier to stream a video, and then, you know, there it is. People can just go back and like watch the VOD or whatever. But I don't know. I'm kind of stuck in my old school ways where I sit there and edit for 6-7 hours long just to put together, you know, like a 20-minute video. This one video right here, because I had to go through all 3 different games and match it up with music, this took me 2 days, and it's 6 minutes and 42 seconds long. And the return on investment was 438 views. Absolutely pathetic. It's a rough gig out here, especially when you're talking about something that's so niche. Nobody really cares about it. But I wanted to start talking about Phantasy Star Online as well. I'd like to get a review out for that. And hopefully that'll do well. Because this is an awesome game, and EQOA is an awesome game. They're both old school. They're both console online RPGs. And yeah, I love them, man. And I'm hoping you guys will join us. I don't know how it's going to go. I might start playing on the server and the devs decide they don't want me around anymore and they just outright ban my account. I was kind of surprised that didn't happen. Anyway, after making these 2 videos, I figured I'd be history because I was really critical about them. But no, so far I can still log in, so that's cool. All the banning nonsense happened over on Discord after I left. Somebody sent an invite to the missus, and she ended up going back over there. Because I sent a message to one of the devs saying, hey, how come she was banned off the Discord? People thought she was me. And no, the missus has her own Discord, so it wasn't her. So she's back over there again. She doesn't really bother to log in for anything, but it's useful for looking up information and whatnot, finding out what's going on. But that's neither here nor there. I want to get back into this, and I'm hoping people will join us. If not, well, it's worth a shot, right? I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section below. What do you think about EQA turning 22? What do you think about all this stuff? Should we just put all the drama of the past aside and go forward, or what? If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Get down in the comments for the algorithm. God bless. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.
Nostalgia. It's delicate, but potent.